Next on Worcester News Tonight, firefighters in Spencer return to the scene of what is being called a suspicious fire. And plenty of people in Central Mass hoping to hit it big tonight. Good evening, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim McCone. Could tonight be the night someone takes home the $500 million lottery jackpot? Tonight's drawing is one of the largest ever and is drawing a lot of interest. People out tonight in the city getting their last-minute tickets. And earlier today, our Andy Madison caught up with some people hoping to win big.
10:52.
Millions are hoping for a big payday.
My lucky day.
I just thought I'd give it a shot. Like everyone else does. I don't know.
A chance to cash in on the millions of dollars available in the Powerball jackpot.
Okay.
Keeping stores in Worcester busy today, printing tickets ahead of the big drawing.
Today, 2. And last 3 days ago, I bought 3. So I have 5 tickets altogether.
The $500 million jackpot is one of the largest ever in lottery history, causing many to spend part of their day getting a ticket and scheming about what to do with the winnings.
I definitely buy a house and a couple of cars. That's about it. Yeah.
I'm a nurse at 2 hospitals. I would definitely quit one of the jobs and take care of my family.
All those zeros sure would be nice to have in the bank.
Winner, right here. My fortune's right here.
Not just for the lottery winner, but also for the store that sells the winning ticket.
We get a nice little bonus. Yeah, and that's what we're shooting for.
Chances are better you'll be struck by lightning or become the next president.
I'll be by to collect my winnings.
That would be nice.
But those odds aren't stopping anyone from picking up a ticket and trying their luck.
If you have a ticket, you got a chance to win. If you don't have a ticket, you can't win.
To pay $2, it's worth some fun. To me, it's fun. There's always a chance.
Andy Madison, Worcester News Tonight.
For the first time ever, both the House and the Senate have voted to repeal the Affordable Care Act. The House voted late this afternoon to follow the Senate and repeal President Obama's health care reform. Both chambers have never voted for repeal before. The bill will now go to the president, who will veto it, and there are not enough votes to override that veto. Republicans say that they've demonstrated if a Republican wins the White House, they will succeed in repealing the health care law. Meanwhile, Congressman Jim McGovern speaking out against the bill today, saying that it would cause 22 million Americans to lose their health coverage.
Here we are again with a bill that repeals the Affordable Care Act and tasks Republicans to come up with an alternative. I'm curious, where is your alternative? Maybe it's in your notes. Is it hidden in some secret room in the Capitol? Maybe Donald Trump has it. Perhaps we should alert the Capitol Police, or better yet, maybe we call the FBI to locate the Republican plan.
The district attorney's office has identified the body found off of Interstate 290 Tuesday. Investigators are now awaiting results of an autopsy. Worcester District Attorney Joseph Early Jr. says the body of 48-year-old David LaRoche was found by his family Tuesday morning. According to investigators, the Oxford man had gotten out of his car in the breakdown lane of 290 the night before. LaRoche's body was found at the bottom of a steep 50-foot embankment. An autopsy is being performed to try to determine how he died. LaRoche was from Oxford, but the DA's office says he has been recently living with family in Florida. Spencer firefighters were back on Cherry Street today, wetting down a carriage house destroyed by a fire Tuesday. The chief is calling the fire most likely suspicious and says it and a New Year's Eve fire are both still under investigation. Our Olivia Lemon has more.
Spencer firefighters were back on Cherry Street again Wednesday after smoke was seen.
I'd love to get an excavator in, but we're not going to pay for it. And they have no insurance, so I'm not going to expend town money that we don't have.
Fire Chief Robert Parsons says the 3-alarm fire broke out in the Carriage house and quickly spread, destroying the more than 100-year-old building. Parsons says the fire is most likely suspicious. The building did not have any electricity, and it's believed no one had been in there for a few days.
Kind of a different situation, that's for sure.
Parsons says the home has been in foreclosure for more than a year, but people are still living in the building.
They've been paying the utilities and whatnot, so the water and sewer and electricity doesn't get shut off, but they have not been paying anything on the mortgage or any rent or anything like that.
I was working here last summer, and there was a lot of activity coming in and out of that house last year.
Craig Juby works on the home next door. He says he wouldn't be surprised if the fire is ruled suspicious because of the unusual activity he sees at the home.
They should have it boarded up by now.
I'm a little concerned because I'm kind of out in the boonies, and you never know, my upland buildings may go up also.
People who live close by are concerned because there was another fire on New Year's Eve 1 block away, which also started in a carriage house.
It's just one of these deals that all of a sudden, you have 2 within 5 days. Very similar type situation. It does throw up a lot of red flags.
Parsons says the state fire marshal's office is now looking at both fires again to see if there's any connection. Olivia Lemon, Worcester News Tonight.
A developing story out of Milford. A truck burst into flames on 495, causing a backup that stretched for miles. It all happened right during the evening commute. And inside the truck, nothing but fuel for that fire. Jackie Bruno has the story.
Huge flames engulfed this paper truck on 495 South in Milford, Massachusetts, blocking traffic across all 3 lanes, causing this 7-mile traffic jam at rush hour. Inside the box truck, paper and folders, perfect fuel for the inferno. Thankfully, the 45-year-old driver from Plymouth was not injured. Authorities, though, have not released his name.
The driver said he was driving. He heard a bang, pulled over, and he saw smoke coming in. He grabbed his stuff, he got out, and it just went up.
This is what the box truck looks like now, a shell of burnt rubber and metal. Lieutenant Bill Collins of the Milford Fire Department says he's proud of his crew and thanks Hopkinton Fire for their help.
Everybody worked as a team, and nobody got hurt. And, police or fire or the driver. The highway tow company showed up, cleaned up the mess, and that was it.
State police have cleared a tractor-trailer rollover in Auburn. It caused major problems with this evening's commute. The truck rolled over on the Mass Pike ramp with Interstates 290 and 395. It happened around 3 o'clock, and emergency crews were on scene this afternoon. No injuries were reported. State police expected the highway ramps to be closed for 3 to 4 hours. The cleanup lasted well into the evening commute, but has since been cleared. Bernie Sanders' campaign paid out almost $10,000 for his Worcester rally this past weekend. According to the Worcester Public Schools, the Sanders campaign rented North High School for 13.5 hours, paying for custodians, tech support, and 2 on-site administrators. When adding the cost of renting the building, Sanders paid around $8,800 to the Worcester Public Schools. The police department also confirms the Democrats' campaign paid another $1,100 for detail officers. The Shrewsbury supermarket is forced to close today after an issue with water inside the store. The Shrewsbury Fire Department responded to the White City location where employees were pushing water out of the front doors this afternoon. The Shaw spokesperson says the store had an issue with its sprinkler system and was hoping to reopen as soon as possible. Earlier this week, we told you about the closing of Commercial Street restaurant Viva Bene. Wednesday morning, an auction was held at the restaurant. Auctioneer E.F. Smith of Quincy was in charge of the auction. Items from kitchen utensils to TVs and even the bar itself were up for sale. A $200 deposit was required for the auction. The restaurant closed after their New Year's party. Viva Bene had been in business for 23 years. Worcester St. Patrick's Parade Committee names its 2016 Grand Marshal this afternoon. South High School Principal Maureen Bene will have the honors of helping lead the 34th St. Patrick's Parade in the city. Bene was named Grand Marshal Wednesday at O'Connor's restaurant. The lifelong Worcester resident with Irish roots says it's a big honor.
I immediately stopped and thought about my grandparents and my parents, who now of course have passed on, but that, they would have been so proud. They came here for a better life, and the whole time they were here, they worked hard and they saved, and, and now here, just 2 generations later, I'm going to be able to be the Grand Marshal for the St. Patrick's Day Parade, so it was just very emotional.
The committee decided on Maureen Bene because she's been a very active community member in Worcester. Her many successes here have brought a lot to the community in Worcester, and we felt that she best represents who we are and what we want to do.
The parade on Worcester's Park Ave, as always, will air live right here on Charter TV 3 on March